to 1040return.com, the ultimate tax solution and the complete package in filing your tax returns. Not only do we provide you with the most easy to use and powerful software available in filing your tax returns, we also have a wealth of tax resources at your fingertips. So make sure to come visit us at 1040return.com today. This video will demonstrate how to use our innovative 1040return.com software to file a 1040A with a dependent. So let's get started. Here we are at 1040return.com, and let's begin an example on how to file a 1040A with a dependent. The program is designed to ask you questions so you don't miss anything. Okay, let's begin by clicking on the Start for Free button. Since we don't have any account, let's create one by clicking on the Here link. So for this example, I will create a sample account. However, feel free to fill in your own information instead. Don't forget to click on the Terms of Service Agreement box below, and when you're all set, press Create Account to get started. For this example, since John is taking care of a child, we'll be using Head of Household for filing status, and we'll be using sample information. In this case, John Smith, and his sample Social Security number and birthday. Again, feel free to fill in your own information instead. We will click on Next to proceed. On this page, we find a continuation of the About You page. So we will enter in the information with sample telephone numbers in case we need to reach you if there are any issues. The email address is already auto-filed. And for occupation, we'll say that John Smith is a cook. Then click Next. Moving on, we will click on No for anyone can claim you as a dependent, then click Next. John was not married in 2014, so we click No. On this page, we enter in John's sample address, then we click Next when ready. On this page, we type in Baltimore for John's school district, then click Next. In this example, we won't do anything with return election, so we'll just hit Save and Continue. So now we have all our initial information filled in. Let's click on Let's Get Started. We'll add on one W-2, so we click on Yes. The form is just for John, so we click his name, then click Next. Since the employee name and the address isn't different, we click on No, then press Next. Here on the employer information page, we'll enter some fictitious information for John's employer, Bill Restaurant. We click on Next to proceed. So for John's wages, we will enter $23,440 with $2,530 for federal income tax withheld, $22,440 for Social Security wages, $1,453 for Social Security tax withheld, $23,440 for Medicare wages and tips, and $339 for Medicare tax withheld. We click on Next. On this page, we won't be filling in anything as John had no other information, so we click on Next to show you how easy it is to do a state return. On this page, we will select the state of Maryland for this return and enter in a sample state ID number. For state wages, we'll enter $23,440, $780 for state income tax. Then we click Save to save this information. Since we don't have any other W-2s to file, we click No. When doing income, if you had other sources of income, you would scroll through the page and click on the applicable source. However, since that was all the income John had, we click on I'm finished. Okay, moving on. John has a dependent, so we click on Yes. And on this Your Dependent page, we will be filling in a sample information on John's dependent, Alice, his daughter. And since she lived with John the whole year, we select 12 under months live with you. We click Next after all the information is entered. Since John had no dependent care expenses, we click on Next. Now, on the Earned Income Credit page, let's answer these questions to see if we qualify for Alice. Yes, the child is single. Yes, she lived with John for over half of the year. And no, someone else can claim his daughter. We click Next to continue. Since there aren't any unusual circumstances, we will click Save to save the information and proceed on. We now click on Finish with Dependents. This John has entered in all his dependents' information. Since there are no deductions and credits, healthcare or tax situations, we will just go straight to the state taxes and click the link. Remember, for the low cost of $14.95, you can work on as many state returns as you need. And we will now click on the Work on My State Return button. Because of how powerful the software at 1040return.com is, we really don't have to do too much with the state return. since everything flows in from the federal return, so we click on Continue. So now we review all of this, and when ready, click Continue. And here we see we got $2,887 for a federal refund and $243 for a state refund. So let's click on Continue. Let's click on the Yes, I'd like to create a preview of my return link below to generate a preview of our return before we pay for it. Not many tax companies allow you to do that. So once ready, we click on the View Return button to open it. And now we see John Smith's tax return. Let's take a look at it. Once finished, let's continue. Since we want to e-file the federal return and state return, we will click Continue. Here we will see the 1040 Protect option, which is a very good thing to have. If you ever get audited, 1040 Return will come in, intercede on your behalf, and help you deal with the IRS. So now we will click on the Add 1040 Protect button to add the protection. So to pay for the return, we will select the convenient option of eCollect, which ensures that no money is paid out of pocket. Instead, your tax preparation fees are taken out of your refund and the balance is deposited into your bank account. This is a convenient way to pay since you don't have to worry about spending money up front. Of course, if you want to pay with a credit card, click on the other link below. We will click Continue to move on. We will click on I agree to use eCollect. As you can see here, to use eCollect, we will need to enter in pertinent information, including your ID and bank information for direct deposit. For this particular sample, we won't be entering in the information, but for your own forms, you will be required to in order to utilize the convenient option of eCollect. Once finished, we would click on Continue, and you would be finished with filing with 1040return.com. It's that easy and convenient. Thank you for watching. We hope you learned how easy and powerful the software here at 1040return.com is in filing your return. Remember, 1040return.com is the most trusted and most powerful software in filing your tax returns and will help prevent you from getting audited by the IRS. So, try it today for free at 1040return.com.